So the love of money is the root of all evil. You know, I have all the church people reminding me of that every time I do a post about being financially free. Well, let me help you understand something. When I talk about money and financial freedom and getting your credit straight and living the life that you dream of, I am not talking about loving money. What I'm talking about is loving peace of mind. What I'm talking about is loving a stress-free life. What I'm talking about is loving options, and I am talking about loving the ability to pass on wealth to generations, to future generations to come, to help your community, to feed the homeless, to get the people who need your help, the services that they need. Because let me tell you something, I don't care how long you pray, I don't care how long you stand up, I don't care how long you think about it. But if you really want to help people, you need resources to do so. And resources take what? Money. So let me help you understand this. Money can work harder for you than you can ever work for it. Let me repeat. Money will work harder for you than you can ever work for it. Let's take the money that you spend on coffee, for example. If you spend $5 a day on a cup of coffee or a latte or a macchiato or whatever it is that you love, do you understand that that's over $2,000 a year? Now, I'm not telling you not to buy your coffee. What I'm saying is either A, buy it smarter, go to the discount store, get the coffee that you like, get all the creamers and all the flavors. They come in every flavor, honey. They got white chocolate caramel, they have French vanilla, they've got all kind of flavors. They got chocolate mint, they've got some Irish cream kind. They've got all the flavors that you like. You can buy the cups so you can walk into the meetings looking like you went to the coffee store, because it is a little sophistication when you have your cup, I understand. And you can buy all of the coffee that you want for a tenth of what you're spending on it, a tenth of that. I'm also saying if you don't have the time to do that, if you're going to spend $2,000 on coffee, then take that same $2,000 and put it in your bank account. Because let me tell you what happens when you put money to work. Woo boy, that joker starts to work. Because money has something called compound interest. So let's take, for example, some big famous person who sells a big company for $100 million. Do you understand what happens to that $100 million? That $100 million gets invested and the person lives off of the interest. Let me repeat, that $100 million gets invested and the person lives off of the interest. So let's say it's only earning 5% interest. That means that the $100 million gets invested and the person gets to live off of $5 million. And the $100 million that they invested, it never goes away. Can you live off of $5 million a year? That's right. And I'm talking about every single year. So next year, if that $100 million earns 7% interest, then it made $7 million. But you don't need to increase your expenses to match what the money made. You can, as a matter of fact, you can decrease your expenses. And now, if the money was earning 7% interest and you're living off of the 5% of the interest, then the other 2% gets reinvested. And guess what? Your money will continue to grow, not only for your lifetime, but for generations to come. Have you figured out why the Rockefellers and the Fords and the Hiltons and all these families and the Kennedys that have been in existence since the beginning of time, why they will never run out of money? They'll never run out of money because they have the team in place. They minimize their taxes. They understand that money will work harder for them than they can ever work for it. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about loving money. I'm talking about loving yourself. I'm talking about loving yourself enough to stop the habits that are destroying you personally and financially. I cannot tell you the number of people who email me. They are stressed out. They are worried. They're crying. They're upset. Their lives aren't going the way they want them to go. Let me tell you something. When you make $1,000 a month, but you're spending $9,000, if you make $2,000 a month and you're spending $3,000, I was on the phone a few weeks ago with a lady who brings home like $1,200 a month, but her cell phone bill was $400. Come on now. And all it took was for me to take the time to love her enough to tell her the truth. So this is the truth that we all have to face. There's only 3 ways to get your money straight. 1 is to spend less money. That's right, spend less money. Live below your means. If you have $1,000, then you should only spend $500. You should try to figure out a way to get into a position. If you got to live with your mama, your grandmama, your cousin from way back in the day, if you got to go sleep on the floor on a pallet, let me tell you something, because when you live with somebody, you might not get a room. You might have to sleep on a pallet. That's right. You know, that's that blanket on the hard floor. And guess what? You will be okay. But while you're doing that, I want you to stack your dollars. So you have to live below your means. Number one, you got to spend less money. Number two, you have to get more money. The first way to get more money is to make sure you're paying off all your debt so that you are not giving the extra money that you're making to your creditors via interest. So now the money that you're paying to the credit card company, you can now invest that and get more money. You can also get another job. You can build multiple streams of income. You can pick up more shifts on your job. You can go work for Walmart, Uber, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. I don't care who it is, but go and get some more money. And then the third thing that you have to do is get your money back. You've got to get a tax education. I keep telling everybody that have children, if you don't have any money, at least during tax season, I don't know what to tell you. Because the IRS says you can hire each of your children to work in your home-based business, and you can pay each one up to $12,000 a year. Now, I know a lady who's spending $200 a week on daycare, $200 a week, but she can't write that off. But what she can do is pay her child the $200 a week. Now that's a complete tax write-off. And then with the money that she pays her child, then that child can then pay the daycare center. Now, what can that child do in the business? A baby can model. A 2-year-old can help with finding images on social media. A 5-year-old can help with chores around the house. A 4-year-old can do that too. I think a 3-year-old can too. A 10-year-old can do everything. They can do your bookkeeping. They can help with social media. They can help with marketing. They can help at events. And let me tell you something. A 15, 16, or 17-year-old can run your entire business because my children do it. I have 3 children. So if you have 3 children and you're getting a tax write-off of $12,000 per child, that's $36,000 back in your pocket as a tax write-off. And you are teaching your children not only how to run a business, but to be in business, but you're teaching them the value of money. So I'm taking 1,000 people that I'm going to train. I need you to go to the link in my bio and click Get Help. Go to the link in my bio and click Get Help, because that's how we're going to do it today. We're not talking about the love of money. We're talking about the love of freedom. And everybody who loves freedom and everybody who loves peace, I'm on the same team with you. If you don't love freedom and you don't love peace, baby, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to pray for you in Jesus' name.